Okay, perfect. Thank you and welcome, and hope you are enjoying Comes Be Next. Today, yeah, you are on the right session. You are in Increase Your Brand Awareness with Microsoft Teams Premium. I know that many of you might be a little concerned about why this puppet is here, why I'm wearing like this. We will discuss about this a little bit later, but let's start saying thank you to all our sponsors. Without the effort, this cannot be done. A little bit about the agenda. First, the introduction, who I am. And something that I want to take you about this session is that you need to make impact using Microsoft Teams and, of course, Microsoft Teams Premium, right? So a little bit about myself. My name is Rodolfo Castro. I am a Microsoft MVP. I am a content creator. I am a community speaker, and I'm a lead of GetCS Latam. I have been working with UC for the last 15 years. So I started it was OCS 2007, and moving with all the evolution of this technology, right? Also, I am a Microsoft Global Community Initiative board member. I have 3 kids, 2 little girls, 1 boy, and have my own brand called Steampunk in the Cloud, as well as Puppet 365 TV, right? So I have 4 puppets to create content with those. Those create content in TikTok, and yeah, each of those have their own voice. And this guy is Demosthenes, so glad to be here with you. You can find here all my social networks. And as I already told you, I want to take you that you need to make impact using Microsoft Teams and Microsoft Teams Premium, right? So for sure, I bet that you remember this session. Maybe not for the content, maybe because this look. Oh, I got to Comes Be Next, and I remember this guy, crazy guy with the steampunk clouds. I remember the puppet. I don't remember the name of this guy, but I remember the puppet, right? So right now, without saying any word, I make impact to you. I don't know if you agree. So what we will doing is I will show you how you create this impact in your Microsoft Teams meetings without saying any word, right? What we are looking first will be the Microsoft Teams themes. Those applies only for meetings. I know that you can create webinars, you can create town halls. Well, unfortunately, right now, this only applies to normal Microsoft Teams meetings, right? So with that said, who recognized this screen? Let me put demos on here. Let him rest. Yeah. So who recognized this screen? If you put this on a percentage of how many times do you see in past and current meetings, I will say that 90% of the companies show this screen, right? I bet that you only see a different screen when you join to a Microsoft meeting. Other than that, you will see this screen. Well, it's a no impact meeting. Some companies already notice that they can put the logo. Ooh, big change. What if I can tell you that you can change on that way, right? So put something really different to make impact without saying any word. Why? Because all the attendees will join to this screen, even if you are not connected already. So this is the lobby screen, the pre-join screen, and they will see anything you put here, even if you are not presented already. That is a pre-join meeting screen, and once you click the join now, it converts to the lobby screen. Until someone or the organizer team let you in, you will be here. Yeah?
I'm assuming that to see a screen like this, you would need the premium licensing.
Yeah.
I had a different question to follow up on that. Is it a different load screen before meetings versus events, or is it the same?
No, it's different, and it will depend, right?
Just remember for the recording, we need to do
Oh,
Repeat the question into the microphone before you answer.
yeah, sure. So for the recording, they are asking if it requires a premium license. The answer is yes. And it will be different from the meetings, normal meetings versus the webinars and town hall, right? So yeah, the experience will be different depending, of course, of the role. If you are a speaker, if you are an attendee, it will change. So right now, what I am presenting to you will be only for normal meeting session, right? Yeah.
Sorry, one more question on this. So is the premium licensing required for both the custom background image as well as the locale change? Or can you have different locales without beginning meeting screen?
Actually, we will go to that part later. So let's wait a little bit. So again, even with just the user clicking join meeting, you will create impact and let a difference on that part, right? So moving from this to this is a big change. Of course, the colors will change. It will depend on your brand colors, but it will create some awareness on your customers, your partners, or even the internal team that you are taking care of them. We will see later the use cases where you put this on play. What you can change? Well, I already told you, you can change the logo. To be honest, in my own opinion, logo makes not too big changes, a little small to me. But you can change the background, where you can put a bigger logo inside. You can change also the colors. So changing from the normal colors, you can put something that is more related with your brand, right? Requirements, of course, it requires Microsoft Teams Premium license, but only for the meeting organizer. So if you are external participant, you will be able to see that pre-joining screen without the need to have a premium license. So only the organizer of the meeting will require the Microsoft Teams Premium. So that is important that you provide the right license. Let's say that the PMs is one of the roles that mostly create meetings with internal and external teams. So PMs should have the Microsoft Teams Premium. And also, if you identify any user that have important meetings with partners, vendors, providers, something that requires this kind of stuff, assign the right license, right? Attendees, again, it could be internal users, it could be external, it could be anonymous, it could be joining from the web client, and we'll be able to see those screens, right? So which client support this feature? Desktop client, web client, of course, with a little bit of restriction, that only supported in Edge and Chrome. Safari and Firefox are not currently supported, and Android and iOS. A little restriction here is that mobile clients do not support the images. What does mean? That it will display the brand colors, but no the full images, okay? Microsoft Teams custom backgrounds. What I show you is a pre-joining screen, but also you can change the backgrounds that you can provide to your user, right? In this case, I'm showing that maybe a celebration is a birthday, or we are celebrating New Year or something. We can provide that kind of backgrounds to the users, following your own brand alignments, following the code of conduct. Because if you open that the users upload their own images, that might not be a good option, to be honest. Allowing them to upload anything, you can go with some issues with trademark images, logos, or something. But if you reduce that they can use something different that is by default, will be a good change for them, right? Requirements for the backgrounds. To use custom backgrounds, the user that will be using requires Microsoft Teams Premium. Unfortunately, that is per user. That is the restriction. And it will be supported on web client, desktop client, Android, and iOS. Of course, this will be only internal. If an external joins to your meeting, they won't be displaying all the custom backgrounds, only the ones that are available for their company, right? How to set up? Actually, let me show you something here. Let me, because it changed the colors. Where I am, here. Any question here? Nope.
I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
You said that people outside of, let's say, the tenant joining a meeting would not see any of their custom backgrounds. Did I catch that right?
Yeah, here are asking if people outside of the companies won't be able to use the backgrounds. They will be able to see the backgrounds.
Got it.
Yeah, the word here is they will be able to see it, yeah, because I will put my custom backgrounds, they will be able to see, they won't be able to use it. Perfect. So let's see if the internet allows us to play with this. If not, I have a backup. So you have your Microsoft Teams Admin Center. You will go under Meetings on your left-hand side, and of course, you will see the customization policy, right? So under customization policies, that is not change it here. Come on, come on. Here. So first of everything, you can see, it will tell you that this is a premium feature. So of course, you need at least one Microsoft Teams premium license to start setting up all this stuff, right? So first, we can create our own policy. As you can see, I have been playing with this a little bit. I have the steampunk in the cloud one, or we can create another. Come on, come on, come on. I don't remember the. You have an idea of the price? $10. $10 per user.
Yeah.
Okay, first it will ask you, of course, to put a name on this. Very original, steampunk in the cloud theme. Okay, it then will allow you to customize the meeting theme, right? So here is where I can upload my images, where I can actually click here to edit the theme. It will first ask for the logo. As I already told you, it will put on the center of the screen, but will be really small. So to me, if you will invest into this, better to put an image, and on the image put the logo on a better size. But as you can see, you have the option to put on light and dark theme. Who knows which is the difference? Any of you like the dark theme on Microsoft Teams? Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Of course, if you have the dark theme, the colors might change if you prefer on that way. Always to put the best option to display into the client, or you can keep the light theme. Which other theme exists? The high contrast. Any of you use the high contrast theme? Unfortunately, for high contrast, it doesn't display. Only for light and for dark theme, those images will display, right? So the next one that will be asking us is the background image. Come on. And here is where we can upload it, right? Again, it will ask you for the light theme. It will ask you for the dark. Supported formats are PNG or a JPEG, and must be less than 10 megabits, and is supported for 576 per 576 up to 3840 by 120, 160 pixels. So you can play with those. I will show you the best practices, but you can put all of those. And then, of course, will ask us if we need to change the colors of the buttons. It will provide us the option as well. Come on. Quick note here, even if you put your brand colors, it might not display exactly. Why? Because Microsoft need to follow the lines for the accessibility, and the colors might vary, right? So once you put all this stuff, you can go and check the preview. Okay, to me, looks great, a steampunk background. I changed the colors to brown. Okay, for the dark theme. Okay, let me check. Yeah, looks good to me. The bottom was on a different color, more like mustard. On the light theme, the colors on the bottom were to brown. Looks good to me. Let's close. Let's click here, cancel. Let's see what else I can do. I can allow the organizer to control the meeting theme. So if they want to apply it, I will allow you to apply it. If the organizer thinks that this meeting does not require the theme, they can remove it, okay? So that is up to you, depending, of course, of the role of the organizer, if they need to enable or disable this. Another option that we have here is apply background blur when no effect is selected. This happened to me many times, to be honest. I think that I already select the background. I have a mess behind myself, and I open the camera, and I try to cover, right? So if you want to avoid that for your users, you can enable to blur if nothing is selected, and will be enabled by default, right? So the mess will be blurred, so there is no issues with that part, but you can put this on off. What is the default? Off. And you can also allow to use the background image from my organization. What does mean? That the user will get the option only for the images that you set up here, right? How many images do you want? You can set up. You can set up to 50 background images for your users, right? So here I put 8, 9 images to play with. It will depend, of course, of the role of the season. You can create one background per season, so for Christmas, for Thanksgiving, for New Year, for everything you want to celebrate, Dia del Taco, whatever you want to celebrate, you can put the background, right? Those are just few use cases. I bet that you are thinking how you can use this feature, right? So here is where we can set up the themes, and we can set up the custom backgrounds, right? If you want to be most restrictive with your users, you can go to meeting policies, and also on the global one, just scroll down a little bit, where it says the participant can use video effects. You can select off, or you can select only background blur, and it will remove any other background image on your user clients. So any of the balloons and the default ones will not display, only the background blur and the custom backgrounds that you loaded, right? So that's the justification to spend Microsoft Teams Premium. You will have control into your users what it displays, because if we think about it, our users are the front with our customers, with our partners. So if they upload Game of Thrones background, it will display to the image from our company, right? If we only enable the option to select brand backgrounds, it will present something different. I don't want to say that it will be more professional. It will be something inconsistent on myself that needs to be professional. You just need to think something that makes impact, right? How it looks? Well, let me open my Microsoft Teams. Any question here?
I have a question for you.
Yep.
Do you know, are there any special features or restrictions for Teams for education or for Teams for government? I know you've been focusing on business, but do you know, are there any special things for teachers or for government?
I'm not really expert on Microsoft Teams for EDU, but if I think those are available as well. Why? Because the education is one of the more restrictive parts, so you will have the same policies for EDU, but the thing here is that if you want to spend Microsoft Teams Premium for all the users, for all the students. So I think for the teachers, the lobby and pre-joining screen will be fine, but Premium for all the students, I don't think that could be a good idea, and only apply this, right? Only background blur. Okay, so how it works. This is my Microsoft Teams client. I can click meeting now, start the meeting. It will start the pre-join. Oh, here, come on. Pre-joining session. Hola, Christmas. So as you can see, I changed the logo. I put it, again, I don't like to be just a small logo here, so I put it on the top. And I put something that might be special for the Christmas season. So you can put a tree, following the best practices, following that I need to talk with my marketing team, with my brand team, and follow the color, right? So if my logo is purple, of course that I will put a Christmas tree purple, right? Yeah, question?
Can you make it just crystal clear that that background is an image file? Are there certain file types that are supported, right? You can't put a link in the background, right? It's not a dynamic HTML page, it's just.
For the recording, are asking if we can put a URL or a special format. Yeah, the supported formats are PNG or JPEG. And as you can see, also I have the background enable. If I go to this one and try to change my effects, I have only two options. Why? Because I apply the policy that I already showed you that will restrict no option to upload my own background and only display those. And I don't know if you noticed, by default, it will have the blur. So I can have a mess here, nobody will notice, and I have only two options to choose here, right? I will cancel. Who remembers what should happen if I change my theme? So let's put the light theme. Oh. Let's go back and create a new one. And you told me if this is something that makes sense for you.
I think we need to go back up.
One of the use case for this is adoption. How many of the users open a ticket? I cannot listen.
So when your customers join, use a team certified device, please.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
I just had a follow-up question, really quick, I'm really excited about this design element. Can you get that animated, or it's just a static?
Not super right now, only formats PNG and JPG. Yeah, question.
Question was very cool from administration standpoint. Can you see how often custom backgrounds are being utilized? Where that API?
Not that I'm aware of. Actually, you will be control of who you assign the license. Remember that this needs to have a premium license. You assign the role of meeting organizer. Once you check that how many conference that organizer creates, maybe it could give you that idea. But I bet that if you put that kind of background, you will get feedback from customers, from partners, for your own internal users, that this is cool. Again, how many tickets have been opened because I can hear, they cannot hear me, I cannot join, and you can change it with just one image. Of course, I don't consider the big screen. On my screen, it displays a little bit more, but it's just matter that you talk with your marketing team, with the designer team, to put the right image and point to the right place, right? So this is just one use case, right? Again, I think that you right now are thinking where else I can use this, right? So, again, it works. And already went to the process how to set up. Now, some of the best practices, right? First, please use only images that your company owns. Avoid any issues with trademark brands. So I already told you that maybe your your user used the Game of Thrones, and maybe you are partnering with Warner, with HBO, and you will have some troubles. So avoid that. Work with your brand and marketing team, adoption team also, because they can give you good advice or what are happening, what are the main complaints in your company regarding meetings. You can put some stuff there that might be easy for the users to adopt the technology, reduce the number of tickets using Microsoft Teams meeting, and of course, use high quality logo images. We want to decrease the number of the tickets, not increase. If you don't use the high quality images, maybe you will get tickets. I cannot see properly the lobby. Well, we want to avoid that. Some notes. Again, the color might differ from your brand colors. Why? Because Microsoft Teams needs to follow the Microsoft accessibility standards, and users with high contrast device can see the meeting things. Yeah, question?
Is there a pixel maximum or size maximum for background image for Teams rooms?
For Teams rooms?
Well, for what you have on screen already.
Yeah. Yeah, the maximum resolution, I think I already told you. If not, it is for
38 something by 21.
It was here, and the image said, yeah, 3840 per 2160 pixels. That is the maximum, and of course that it does not exceed 10 megabits. This is not a restriction. Use cases. Well, the first one, change the boring lobby screen. Anything you put there, it will make a change, right? Because it go outside of the standard, it will go outside of what is on the box. So anything you change it will be cool for the user, right? Another one, I already told you, maybe each season you can put a different image. Christmas, New Year's Eve, St. Patrick's Day, anything. Adoption, of course. You see, this one looks better. Help the user to adopt the technology. Putting this kind of stuff will help. If you want to put also a QR code, you can do it. Maybe you schedule the call to start at 9, and you all will receive a message that no user started the meeting 10 minutes before. Well, they can wait 10 minutes playing with the QR, okay? Read the QR, and while is waiting for you to join the meeting, they can read the portfolio, right? So this is another use case. If you are making a campaign, in this case for donations, again, you can put those on the image. You can click to donate. You can put the URL maybe, the telephone, whatever you want to show to the user, it will display here, right? So again, it's up to you. It will sound like emotional training, but you don't have limits. It's your own imagination. So you can use it on your benefit, right? And use cases for the backgrounds images. First, again, changing just the background blur. It will put something in your brand. It could be something to celebrate. Again, New Year's, if you allow to celebrate the birthdays, something you can put here. Again, you can put to increase your campaign here. And also, there will be some companies that have different themes. In this case, we have one background for the engineering team, one background for the health team, and you can assign those depending, of course, of the dynamic group. So you can create a dynamic group for the people that is in health, for the people, for the attorneys, for the finance team, for the VPs. CXOs will have a different one. So you just have to create one adoption campaign and use your custom backgrounds. Well, each team will have their own, and again, make impact to the people that join those kind of meetings, right? Anything, I see that most of you are thinking, anything that you think that could be a good option for the lobby or for the custom backgrounds? Do you, yeah?
You might suggest that this meeting is going to be recorded. So you can announce that ahead of time.
Yeah, the meetings have been recorded. You put in the background, yeah, that kind of disclaimers you can put on the images. Anything else that you think will be helpful?
I know Teams Premium has some different capabilities for town halls and webinars. Is there additional branding in those use cases as well?
No, unfortunately, custom theme and custom backgrounds. No, sorry, custom themes, the joining is only for meetings. The custom backgrounds is also for, I skipped that part. Where I put it? Oops, sorry, back. Meetings, webinars, and town halls, the custom backgrounds. Okay, so the custom backgrounds will be available for meetings, webinars, and town halls, which actually makes sense, right? Why? Because you are allowing your internal users to use those backgrounds regardless of the kind of meeting they will join. The previous one is because the organizer. So that makes sense, right? So backgrounds available for meetings, webinars, town halls. The custom theme only available for normal Microsoft Teams meetings. Whoop. And an additional one that I want to show you. How many of you use, I know that is not used too much, but how many of you enable the together mode? Together mode. Most of the users, yeah, most of the users just try to play around with, but it's, we are able to customize our themes for the together mode, right? I know. Again, I used to play with, to be honest. But following what I already told you, you can work with your marketing team, with your brand team, and maybe found something that will be related to this, right? Yeah.
I do actually have a use case for this, you guys, if you're interested. I know it seems a little silly, but there's actually a Microsoft community of Power Platform users that takes a pause in the middle of their agenda for the rest of their meeting to take a photo of all the people that are coming. Literally, that represents you as if you're sitting in a theater and you can replace yourself with an avatar. You're not going to rely on it. Picked up image camera all of a sudden. But it really is like a preservation step.
Mm-hmm.
My session today. Like, turn your camera back on the audience, take a quick snapshot, and then you return to your agenda. That way the guys who put on this event for the Microsoft community, they can show that they've offered some value to the team. They've done what they can to their audience.
Perfect. Yeah. Good
There are
use
some,
case.
yeah, some kind of fun ways to play with this, and then there are actually ways to use that for record.
Yeah, for the recording, here I have a suggestion to use to pause the meeting and take a photo to show who attended the meeting. That is actually a good case. Yeah, go ahead.
I thought of another use case too. I mean, obviously not the haunted house thing. But if you took like a screenshot of like the floor plan of a building, maybe it's a new company you're working for. Floor plan might have like HR over here, and engineering over here, and manufacturing down here. You basically have those as spaces for the people to put their faces in. So for like new hire orientation scenarios, you know, the people that are part of the the new hire orientation, you'll see where the face is in relation to the floor map or whatever too.
That's yeah, good use case.
I mean, do you get to choose what goes where, or does it just start populating first video, second video, third video?
It will depend.
Yeah,
Good point.
Actually, yeah. Where you can set up is the meeting organizer. As you can see here, I have one user with a different icon, the number 5. Mm-hmm. So I can assign this to the bigger screen because it's the organizer of the meeting.
So, is that order, to his point, is that order of people that are joining, like first, second, and third person joining? Or
Yeah.
is it like Greg is 1 and John is 2 and Bill is 3?
No, just the organizer.
So you do have to dynamically order. That's
Now, wait a second, though. What if they were in the lobby and you let them in the manner that you wanted them?
It would be good for 3 people. Meetings for 100, I don't think so. But yeah, again, it's something that you need to discuss with your marketing team, with your brand team, adoption team, if you want to enable it and understand the use case. Because yeah, it's not totally adopted, this feature. You enable it to take a photo, to play with, maybe for some fun stuff. Friday evening, you can use this to play around. But it's something that you have already the option to use it. It depends of you how to use it, right? I put this just to play with, to be honest. Using, of course, Copilot. Copilot create a haunting house using a steampunk style. This was the result. And actually, all the backgrounds that I already showed you were using a Microsoft Designer. So using AI is important right now. It's a trend. I follow the trend, but first I need to show you how to use Microsoft Teams Premium. And again, it's up to you how to use it. If you will allow the users to choose to upload their own custom backgrounds, if you need to follow your own alignments, and because of compliance, because of security, because you are really strict administrator, up to you, okay? Any other question here? Come on. It's possible to assign all of those with PowerShell. Yeah, for those that are PowerShell. Whoop. Come on, where I am. I don't know what happened. I'm seeing something different here. Yeah. So let's put here. So if you prefer to use PowerShell, is possible to assign it? Yeah. Unfortunately, right now you are not able to load the images using PowerShell, so pretty much you can grant the policy instead of creating a new one. But it will provide you some options to grant to multiple users at once, so you can create your script, grant CS team meeting policies to disable all the other backgrounds, and grant Teams meeting branding policy to enable the theme, right? So those are the options that you have, right? So any question? No questions? Yeah.
One last question. Most of what I saw you present today had to do with enhancements to meeting policies and background and whatnot. If that's enabled for the person that's setting up the meeting, do you know what other features are turned on with your premium licensing in addition to the meeting backgrounds that we talked about?
So all the features that you get with Microsoft Teams Premium?
Yes, exactly.
There is a bunch of features that you get with Microsoft Teams Premium. So you can get the automatically recap. You have the option also to create your own biometric information. So you can create your voice profile and video profile. With that, what does it mean? Okay, you join to a meeting. The AI start recognizing your voice, start recognizing your face, and if you go to a Microsoft Teams rooms with a certified speaker, it could put on the transcription that you are here. So you went to the Batcave, and you start the transcription, and your name, Greg, okay, and says that Greg, say this. Ah. So there's a lot of features that you get with Microsoft Teams Premium. Others is that you can use the together mode, and there is a bunch to be honest. Sorry? The Q apps is part of Microsoft Teams Premium. Yeah. So you have some features with meetings, you have some features with voice, you have some features with anything. So it will depend. Any other question? Again, the purpose of these guys, the purpose of this session is that please make impact. You have the tools to do it. You just need to check the use cases, where to apply it, and it's as easy as put just one image.
Just one comment, the one feature that we talked about in our organization about that's valuable, and Zoom has had this for a little bit, is you can add watermark
Oh yeah.
with Teams Premium, right? So anyone that's, so I'll log in, and the watermark is my email address. So now if I take a screenshot that I shouldn't, my email address is going to be all over, everyone knows who took that screenshot, right? So
So it takes a watermark for each person.
for each person. So wherever you log in, the watermark is not for the organizer, the watermark is for the user that's logged in. So each one will have a different one. That way, if you see that screenshot somewhere, you can track it down to that individual user. And there's a few other things as well similar to that. But from a security perspective, I think that's an easy one to have a conversation about.
Yeah,
Kind of maintain security, keep your branding, and do something else.
yeah, to avoid any leaking information. If you share video or if you share content, the watermark will display. Of course, if I am joining to the meeting, it will display my own user. Even if you are presenting, it will display my email because the one that could take the picture is me. Video and content. Again, it provides you many features in meetings, in calls. So you have different options. Perfect. Well, thank you for coming to this session. Hope you enjoy it.